Onela was, according to Beowulf, a Swedish king, the son of Ongentheow and the brother of Othere. He usurped the Swedish throne, but was killed by his nephew Eadgils, who won by hiring foreign assistance. In Scandinavian mythology, a Norwegian king by the same name exists, Ali, who had the cognomen Hinnapilinki. Etymology: the name stems from the Proto-Norse *Canula, Beowulf. In the Anglo-Saxon poem Beowulf, Onela plays a central part in the Swedish-Geatish Wars. Onela and his brother Othere were the sons of the Swedish king Ongentheow. When the Geatish king Audhild died, Onela and Othere saw the opportunity to pillage in Geatland, starting the Swedish-Geatish Wars. The war ended with Ongentheow's death. It is implied by the poem that Onela eventually became king, because Othere's two sons, Eanmund and Eagles, had to seek refuge with Herded, Hergelik's successor as king of the Geats. This caused Onela to attack the Geats. During the battle, Eanmund was killed by Onela's champion Weohstan and Herded was killed as well, after which Onela returned home. Eadgils, however, survived, and later, Beowulf helped him avenge Eanmund by slaying Onela. By a conjectural emendation of line 62 of this poem, some editors represent Onela as the son-in-law of Healfdene, Halfdan, king of Denmark. Norse sagas. The animosity between Eadgils and Onela also appears in Scandinavian tradition. In the Norse sagas, which were mostly based on Norwegian versions of Scandinavian legends, Onela seems to appear as Ali of Upperland, and is called Norwegian. By the time Ynglingatal was used as a source by Snorre Sturluson, there appears no longer to have been a Scandinavian tradition of Ali as a relation of Eadgils. The earliest extant Scandinavian source where Onela appears is the 9th century skaldic poem Ynglingatal. Eadgils is called Onela's enemy. Ayla is the genitive case of Ali, the Old Norse form of the name Onela. In Skaldskaparmal, compiled by Snorre Sturluson and in Arngrimur Jonsson's Latin summary of Skjoldunga Saga, the battle hinted at in Beowulf is treated in more detail. Snorre first quotes the Kalfspeise but only small parts of it. Snorre then relates that Athils was in war with a Norwegian king named Ali, and they fought in the battle on the ice of Lake Vänern. Athils was married to Yrsa, the mother of Hrolfr, and so sent an embassy to Hrolfr asking him for help against Ali. He would receive 3 valuable gifts in recompense. Hrolfr was involved in a war against the Saxons and could not come in person but sent his 12 berserkers, including Bodvar Bjarki. Ali died in the war, and Athils took Ali's helmet battle boar and his horse Raven. The berserkers demanded 3 pounds of gold each in pay, and they demanded to choose the gifts that Athils had promised Hrolfr. That is, the 2 pieces of armor that nothing could pierce. The helmet battle boar and the mailcoat Finn's heritage. They also wanted the famous ring Sviagris. Athils considered the pay outrageous and refused. In the Ynglinga saga, Snorre relates that King Eadgils fought hard battles with the Norwegian king who was called Ali Hinnapilinki. They fought on the ice of Lake Vänern, where Ali fell and Athils won. Snorre relates that much is told about this event in the Skjoldunga Saga, and that Athils took Hrafn, Ali's horse. The saga of the Skjoldungs is lost, but in the end of the 16th century, Arngrimur Jonsson saved a piece of information from this saga in Latin. He wrote, "There was animosity between King Athils of Sweden and the Norwegian king Ali of Upperland. They decided to fight on the ice of Lake Vänern. Athils won and took his helmet, chainmail and horse.